Self-made illa. Raise a game sick Reese. It takes a nation of kings. Yeah. Hey. Look. Someone explain how the love get diminished, the J drain. Need our city replenished. Doc, nurses and dentists, less deaths, hearse and visits. The Amherst, making all our fams hurt with these losses. Need bosses, more politicians in office. Teachers teaching us C's how these taxes really cost us. We wanna live free. JPD booking like a Boston. Protect and serve, wreck my nerve, pull me over often as I ride clean out of Delta Sonic. Got you thirsty. You pray I make a sudden move so you can try and murk me. One time for Lil Shaq. Damn. Let me get it back. Less drinking and smoking, less we focused on our goals. Shedding love Tide queens while we shun all the hoes. Setting traps for the rats that sent niggas to the max. Yeah, the devil doing numbers, case you wondered about his stats. I done studied them, I'm cutting them, I'm trying to make a way for you and me. Unity is G, that's what we should praise. To the real, I thank you. Life hard, but we pray with some action that can back it. We attack it, then we straight on the real. Shit, we'll be good. J-Town, switch it up though. We lost sight, need braille. What the hell we been on? Do the crime and dodge time, they tell to get home. What the fuck? Get off that shit, bro. Take your way, my nigga. You can still shine bright, nigga. Fuck the limelight. Be a barber and keep our lines tight. Reese, keep the dawn right. Raise the game sick shit. You know what we need, love. More OGs to coach us. I coach, I ain't feeling kosher. Share that knowledge and that wisdom like you niggas been supposed to, motherfucker.
You've abandoned me. Love don't live here anymore. Just a vacancy. Love don't live anymore.
Still stolen,
Yeah,
man.
I like what y'all doing, though. I salute y'all for what y'all doing, though. My first time here, though. I love y'all.
Kosher, share that knowledge and that wisdom like you niggas been supposed to, motherfucker.
You've abandoned me. Love don't live here anymore. Just a vacancy. Love don't live anymore.
Bad to the bone, Mr. Honor Roll. I'm gonna get killed in school or what? Man.
Welcome to another episode of the It Takes a Nation of Kings podcast. Coach, I ain't feeling kosher, share that knowledge and that wisdom like you niggas been supposed to, motherfucker.
You've abandoned me. Love don't live here anymore. Just a vacancy. Love don't live anymore.
The music scene in Illinois, the music scene in Chicago did change rock and roll, blues.
No doubt.
That's not the birthplace.
But see, I'm not even split. But see,
that
that's
shit
what
come from Mississippi.
But that's where Negroes get it misconstrued with me at. I'm not. I was born to agree with Mississippi.
We all know we migrated from the South.
I'm not even saying that this was the birthplace. What I'm saying is, I'm not speaking of Illinois.
Where they thrive at was in the Midwest.
Where they went with it at.
I'm speaking of the Midwest in general.
Somebody say it.
I'm speaking of the Midwest in general. I'm not talking about what derived from Illinois in general. I'm talking about the Midwest period. Yeah. The Midwest, the states that are considered Midwestern states were the breastplate for a lot of the real music that came along in the very beginning. That's still being played to this day. When we're talking about,
stealing all the sounds from music, sampling everything
blues. When we're talking about R&B, when we're talking about a lot of the shit that is the stemming plate or the roots of what eventually
Motown era. Let's check it out. Okay, now hold on. Motown era.
I got something to say. Go ahead, partner. Go ahead.
Alright, now check it out. With saying that, since we go get into this music,
Yes, sir.
we go leave hip hop and talk music, right?
Yes, sir.
Alright, then check it out. How many of you motherfuckers realize that the same shit they was putting out on Motown has the same content as today? Have you ever went back
Exactly.
into that shit and listened to it?
Exactly.
Cloud 9, Psychedelic Shack, them niggas was high than a motherfucker on barbiturates. That's what they called it back then.
They talk about drugs and they talk about sexual innuendo.
Look, hey,
but check it out, Reese.
tonight is the night.
Reese.
But
What
we
you think?
been
That wasn't originated by
Reese.
DJ Quick.
Hey, Reese.
That come from a woman talking about
That ain't right.
getting
Blues
it
Reese.
for the first time.
That ain't right. Blues.
So let's talk
As
about
we lay, that's a side chick song.
Of course.
If we gonna talk about music, let's keep it real.
Hey, 1,000 parts, G. Let me say this. Let's
Let's get into
So
music.
So now you saying that, and we getting into music. So think about it. They was crafty with what they said.
They was a lot slicker.
Now listen.
Like Rick James said,
Nah,
G,
like-
he had Mary Jane playing on the radio.
No, listen. Listen. I can't even remember what comedy show I was just watching, but he was like Deion Cole, he from Chicago.
Okay.
Deion Cole was like, okay, so music back in my day was like, I give you the sun, the moon, the stars, the mountains, I give you everything. You know what I'm
Romantic
saying?
shit.
And then he was like, now the music is like, girl, I give you this dick. And that's it. That's it. You making love on the plane, skeeting on the windows,
No, you're right.
looking overhead. That's the evolution. That's how far we are. Instead of thinking we want to get
So
to
we
the
had-
quick-
That's the way that the
wanna get
industry
to the
wants
quick
it to
point.
be. See, my thing
Of course,
is
of course,
the way,
that's what they want.
what the industry tries to shape and
The
mold music
buyers
to
of the
be,
industry
as opposed
saying
to what it
consumer.
should be is different. 'Cause, okay, let's take it
I
back
don't
to
want
New
that. I'm a
Edition.
consumer and I don't want
Now
that.
we
Right.
a nigga like Maurice
I see what
grew
you're
up
saying.
on New Edition. But where did New Edition get their roots from? They got their roots from groups like the
How did it-
Delphonics,
how did
the
it evolve?
Stylistics,
How did
the
it
Temptations,
OJ.
from all those that came before them.
Then into what it is now.
Because-
How did it evolve? What was the evolution to go from,
Okay.
baby, I'm gonna
Alright,
give
we
you the
talking about
beautiful
music.
shit.
But see,
now,
but you
what
know,
about
like I
that
know those,
evolve?
you know, like I know those,
It evolved too
there's a
fast.
difference
Tap
between
in.
evolution
Tap in.
and propaganda.
Yeah.
Propaganda and evolution is two different things. Evolution is what a nigga like George Clinton brings about in the game. Propaganda is what a nigga like Clive Davis brings along in the game. Now y'all follow me for a second here.
go fuck
Follow me
with
on
money
this journey
with this,
because I love music. So I'm gonna keep it all the way real with y'all. Evolution. George Clinton was the type of guy that had all types of different
All the
bands
time, man.
and entities
Dog.
under
That's
him.
what I'm talking about.
He created all
Nothing
different
but
types of
dog, yeah,
all different types of bands
got
and all
plenty
different
of
types of
that.
groups
Wow, wow,
that
wow.
to this day he does not get credit for and he does not
George
get any of the
Clinton was a
money
whole
for.
different- a whole
But no,
different-
just
Wow, wow,
follow me
wow,
for a second.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
just follow me for a second here. Y'all just follow me for a second here.
Go ahead.
George Clinton is the type of guy.
It's music.
Well, you know,
Larry
when we're
Blackman.
talking about somebody like a
Larry
Beethoven
Blackman,
or a Chopin or any of them kind of guys, he was a true composer, a god of music. But here he was trying to put together something that niggas that we can appreciate a long time the same way that white folks, the same way Beethoven and Chopin and all of them put together the shit they did. All these years later, isn't Beethoven, Chopin, and all those guys respected as musical geniuses? So why isn't a guy like George Clinton respected on the same level that they are? You know why? Because at the end of the day, those people chose to get involved and intervene in what he had going on business-wise.
How you kings feel about, like, basically, let's say you have an artist, you know, say he's creating a certain type of music that he likes to create. It could be conscious music, it could be sociable music, it could be music that's letting the listeners know, man, be aware of this. He sees that those sales aren't what he really, expect, or is not paying a lot of, he's not getting a return back. So he noticed when he makes different type of styles of music that's not as conscious and awareness for the people, he grabbing a bag. What do you really feel like as that artist? Like, how do you what you feel, what you kings feel like about that?
Man, that's a great question.
It depends on what the conversation switch is. Cause Pop got an interview where he say, when I was saying I respect you, I love you, I didn't get attention. But when I said bitch or hoe, y'all went for them niggas. Y'all liked that type of shit. Y'all.
Okay.
So you can go back to him and say it depends on what. Now, if you're even with him as far as the MOB, niggas thought member of blood, money over bitches, or however you want to say it, but he went to another platform. Each level, he started to represent something different. And you can look at it and say he was a Gemini, had duality, or you can look at it and say, gee, he was a soldier with a cause.
Yeah.
But however it came, he rolled with whatever punches he said out his mouth. So if you decide to jump in that field, you gotta ride with it. 6ix9ine, you a fuckboy. I'm with this shit. Gang. Then when the shit come, I'm telling on you niggas.
Everybody, right.
Yeah.
I don't respect that. Tupac died behind whatever shit he said. Wasn't no coming back from that. So, however, whatever you decide to say out of your mouth, if you willing to accept the consequences,
it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
They say it's a whole lot of. They say it's like.
I choose not to represent nothing.
Shout out my man J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? Like, he put out a whole lot of conscious music. He put out, a lot of club stuff too and this and that. But
you put me on J. Cole. You put me on J. Cole.
At the end of the day,
for real. Years ago.
Why do he got to put out something like Workout or whatever to I believe it's still, I don't know if it's still his most successful track, but why does it have to be something like that to grasp the attention of the listeners?
Well, Jay-Z explained it to you.
Billboard manipulate numbers.
Like, man, I used to want to rap like Common Sense. When I did these putrid ass numbers, I ain't been rapping like
that's the best fucking bar somebody can
But guess what though? But even with that, if we gonna go off Jay, then you gotta look at Jay like when he say now or 444. We was praising Billboard numbers when we was young. Now we look at Billboard like this, you dumb. Manipulating numbers and
he letting you know right then and there.
So it depends on how you look at this shit.
DJ Khaled,
that shit, them sounds.
DJ
Okay, so
that shit fall on the consumer.
DJ Khaled,
if you spitting bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Then it should be bullshit. It shouldn't be no reason that we are made
I got my hand up.
to be.
I got my hand up.
Heard it to buy a certain type of music.
I see
it just shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We should only buy the stuff that actually make you groove personally or make us
Yeah,
groove.
I get all that, but guess what?
I
answer this question for me. Just one question. How do you explain all the bullshit songs that you know all the lyrics to?
It it's the same thing like you said, media. That's what they pushing.
No,
Now, okay, so that's not the consumer,
I'll
though,
tell
right?
you how you explain it.
No, it's not.
That's not the consumer.
But we can
Because
pull that
Okay,
shit out.
this is supporting the
Reese, I'll tell you how you explain
Shift
that.
the room. Let
It's
them out.
overly saturated and overly repeated to you. It's extremely repetitive.
So is that the
See, at the end of
consumer
the day, when it
or is
comes-
that the company?
No, that's the company. Because
Okay,
the company is
that's
giving,
all I want
the
to know.
company
We don't
has
have to
the
listen
money.
to that.
The company has the money.
don't have to listen to that.
I don't.
give you something
But they
over
say-
and over and over
They
again.
say
so
the company
much.
goes to
That it's
where the
repetitive.
money is going though.
Exactly.
That's why they say at first it was
That's what they say, but I believe it's an agenda they push.
But NWA only.
Because I believe whatever they decide to put on the radio is gonna sell.
Look, back to the original question. Like, this is what I think about anybody who, when you rapping about something that you believe in, and especially if it's conscious, because I do a more of a conscious rap. I pay attention to exactly what I say, right?
Of course.
And how I feel like is, fuck everybody. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, y'all, if y'all like that music, go listen to that music. I make shit because I'm tired of hearing that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. But
I never really dropped a song. I dropped one song, just recently. But I never really dropped. I've been rapping since I was shorty. I make cause I haven't.
But the game been missing.
Yeah, this is exactly. You feel what I'm saying? But I make this music. I'm gonna drop it, right? But this is my whole thing to anybody who making music. If you making content and people ain't listening to it, it's cool. Like the few people listening to it, they're not getting represented out here. Right? They're being underrepresented. So that other shit is made to look cool, but at the end of the day, it's all on the artist. You can't shift the blame on the record label because, like he said, the record label is gonna move towards the money, right? And you gotta understand business. So if this business right here ain't getting you what you need to get, you still can do other businesses.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Yo, people who rock with you, they understand that you're not getting that big volume that everybody else is getting. So make you a shirt.
the world.
They gonna buy it. They gonna support it. That's the makeup for all that bullshit.
Gain the world, but you lose your soul.
You feel what I'm saying?
Don't gain the world.
That's like P say.
For my artists, if anybody that I fuck with on Heavy City and anywhere in life, the period on motherfucker that's like, you know, and doing the shit. It's a genre for every freak motherfucking sucking motherfucking dancing gym shoe wearing motherfucking short skirt wearing long hat wearing motherfucker in the world. But all I'm saying is, where are you at and what do you feel comfortable with? So do the shit that makes your heart happy and jump with joy. You know what I'm saying? So if that's some shit that, you know, just shake your ass, just shake your ass, just shake your ass, just shake your ass, they gonna love you in that shake your ass area. And then if it's this area, they gonna love you in that area. And then if I shoot them up, kill them all, fuck them all, die motherfucker bitch, they gonna love you in that area.
Exactly.
But the area that you pick, that's, you know, be comfortable with it in your heart. Like Breezy was saying, I'm somewhere in that area. Like, you know, what I do. And the reason I do it. Like, back to my whole point, like in the beginning, like when New York had it, you know, they taught me some shit. Cause they was saying shit about how we was kings and gods and shit. And that touched me. And then it went to back to my, like I said, then it went to the West Coast, and we was gangsters already. You know, I was raised a gangster, you know, and tailor-made suits and pimp hats and all that shit. So that caught me. The West Coast infatuated me. That was me. When we started fucking with the music, like I had lost my brothers and things like that, and so I was in a dope house freestyling, and so it's like. It uplifted me, like, you know what I'm saying? I was just playing with it at first. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's like I done seen the East Coast have it. I done seen you know what I'm saying? It was actually the West Coast that had it at that time before the South even really got it. When we started fucking with it. It was 93, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, when I had lost my brothers, you know what I mean? And so I was searching for anything.
Inspiration.
I had lost 3 brothers, my oldest brother, so you know, it became where I was the oldest. It was just me and Rock left, you know, and Tim, but it was me and Rock left in my situation. So I started freestyling in the dope house on the hill. We had a dope house. I'm like, stick your money through the whole game code, bitch. All this shit. So, you know, my influences though, let me get back to that in the town though. In Joliet, those are my influence. I used to see niggas like Dion Green and Jimmy Heights battle rapping in the projects, in the second projects. Lost Dave in 90, Kenny in 91, and then 93, right after Cred died. So I'm like, I'm searching for guidance. I'm going to the joint, also other shit. Music caught me. So I'm rapping. I bought a $20 mic from Walgreens. It was my, you know what I'm saying, savior. So I heard this little nigga, old dog, rapper, whatever, what I'm saying, Orlando, what I rolled through the project is 93. I'm like, nigga, you right sitting on the top of the project. And throw him in the car with me. We ride back to the crib. So we freestyle, playing around. Shout out Old Dilla, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? This 93, you know what I mean? So things going on. I'm praying for guidance, all this shit. So, you know what I mean? Anyway, long story short, he cold with the rap, you know what I mean? Third base come into play, Lil E, Smoke G, all these guys, and it started coming into my life with the music, you know what I'm saying? So it was just something for me to release. Pain and all this hurt that was inside of me and all this anger and shit, you know what I'm saying? And you know what life had taught me, you know what I'm saying? Being a young black male and you know what I mean? So all this game started to hit all the go crazy.
It was therapy.
Anyway, the music was therapy. It was therapy. I was releasing. I started to learn that a little bit. Like this shit feel good to just let it out. You know what I mean? And so being expressive.
Without any
express yourself.
You ain't had nobody telling you.
NWA was like express yourself. All that shit was.
You ain't had nobody telling you, nah, you can't write that.
Right.
No, I don't do that. Yeah. So it was.
You know, and it was hurt and pain being released. You know what I'm saying? So look, going back to this though, like Henry did a song that about the red and the blue coats, right? So these are my influences. I'm gonna tell you, like these are my peers. So. You know, he influenced me because it was about the red and the blue coats, and it was like, you know, the gang banging that hit red and blue was mattering and all that shit. So anyway, long story short, it touched me like that because he was comparing it to like what they taught us and what they gave us, and it was like history. So that's why I like this shit. You know what I'm saying? I was fucking with that. And Morilla was running back and forth from LA. He went out there to do the commercial for Pepsi. You know what I'm saying? In like 84, 88, the Olympics or whatever. And then he turned the town on. The plug. You niggas out here ain't the plug. So quit playing with my brother. Y'all lying on them. Talking crazy about them. Niggas, that's history out here, man. Anyway, he blessed the town with the music. You know what I'm saying? On that shit too. He was coming with his laptop. And he was like, man, he was spitting shit to me. And I was like infatuated with it. Because like I say, I had the history. Don't push me cause I'm close to the edge. All that shit was in me already. And it's in all of us. Cause we was creating niggas. And we started our first little song and we created Heaven City. We was in over there on Whitley or whatever by Catman or spot Kevin. This dude like ain't shit to it but to do it, fool. I thought you knew it,
on Whitley Street, fat dude
so
in the red house.
We did that shit, ain't shit to it, fool, but to do it, fool. I thought you knew it, fool. Nigga, it was that simple shit, I'm just saying, but my guys, we had came together and we was like, what name we gonna use and all this. So we looked up Coalition, right? So we wanted to be the Worldwide Gangster Coalition. We looked up Coalition. Heaven City was born, you know what I mean? We chose Heaven City because I'm trying to sum it up quickly, but we chose Heaven City because it was something outside of ourselves. We didn't want to be selfish with it. It was like the final destination. We wanted to do music for the family, for everybody, the town, the whole town. We wanted how to bring this shit together.
Everybody's invited.
We chose the name like that. You know what I'm saying? And so the coalition, it meant a group of people. It's a coalition, man. We looked it up. What it meant.
And what we come here.
It's a group of people that came. That come together in the time of a state of emergency. We're a coalition right now. You feel me? We come together in a time when it's in a state of emergency. You know what I mean? To be a voice.
It's cool, like for us to learn our history of everything, right? But like, as far as today, can y'all ask? You know what I'm saying? Like that was y'all era, right? We came up in a different era. Can y'all say that any rapper like come 2020 like is more influential than like a Pac? Or and I'm not trying to put people against each other. I'm not saying it's anybody greater than Pac. I won't put that in the category.
Just at this time right now, the closest person I can say, and I'm gonna tell you the distinguishing things about them. Pac put the blueprint out, and Nip fulfilled it. But so as far as coming as impact with all of that is Nipsey.
See,
his impact. I'm gonna tell you why. when he
I
died,
seem like dude in them.
everything that he was trying to do as far
very
as
influential.
switch the culture and bring everybody, it happened. Whether it happened for that day or it happened for a couple weeks after that, like Pac said, I might not be the one to put this shit into motion, but I'm gonna spark the brain.
Yeah,
But I'm saying,
His impact. Like I was telling a nigga the other day, I'm like, how is Nipsey a lesson? I said Nipsey sold a mixtape for $100 a pop. If you don't think he did grind to get to that, because you know how hard it is to sell a mixtape
For
for $5.
I think
Let's
you just,
be real.
I think
$100, that's some legendary
Look.
shit.
I think
If
when
you
you say, hold on, that track.
That's his opinion. He
Look,
said
look.
Nipsey.
Don't get me wrong. I think that track, like even with that, like just say what it was, 100, 500
For that, it was for that mixtape.
Yeah, for that mixtape. I remember that. I remember that in Jay Boss song. I think that people recognize more, like people like Jay recognize more of you understood business. It wasn't about what you grind before it's you understood something outside of rap. So
Right, but
it
that's
kinda-
legendary because I'm not just thinking, like even with me and cutting hair and what I'm doing, like me and Illa say this all the time. I'm not just thinking barbershop.
Yeah.
The shit I'm trying to build now is way beyond the barbershop. This is sleep money I'm working on.
Yeah.
And that's what I see Nipsey. And that's legendary shit.
But what about a future?
Because
I'm saying,
I dig Future, but what I hate about what Future was doing,
No, he said
Nah, that ain't what he's saying. He's saying he's saying that who do you think has
as far as taking it,
changed the game to another
when I
level?
say impact, right? I'm talking about the raw definition. I'm talking about the raw definition.
Right.
I'm not talking about from conscious. I'm not talking about
I
no
feel like
genre.
J. Cole.
No genre. I'm
You
talking
talking
about
about lyrics?
impactful. Just impactful. Period. Because you got a person like Future. He might got everybody popping Molly's and Percocet.
Hey.
But I'm just saying on the impact level.
I'm a cash shit for
Like,
this.
is it
Well,
somebody
if
who
we
can't
gonna go impact wise, I say Future definitely has a lot of impact.
I say
but his
JP.
impact on the is more of a negative
done have a lot of
impact
motherfuckers
than
on the
anything.
But look,
As far as the sociable, the community, the black, because he don't even really support. I fuck with Drake
Chance
music.
the rapper has done it.
But Drake ain't doing what like
Drake put real street motherfuckers on. Bro, Drake put real street niggas on.
Who?
He put on the Migos. He put
the Migos on.
Gucci did. No. Gucci gave him a platform.
Is the Migos real street niggas?
Hey, bro, yes they is. Yes they is. Yes they is.
Look, no,
They from the street. Look. Everybody from the street ain't gotta be shooting and gangbanging. Understand that?
I hear what I'm saying, but let me explain this to you.
Migos. Y'all GD.
Drake did not do that for them, fam.
Drake
I'm gonna tell you, no. Because if you look at this situation and look at it, that's why Gucci always say, "Hey, I got all the young niggas." That's why them niggas they don't nod Drake.
Right,
They shoot Gucci.
Hey.
And I'm not even a Gucci fan, my nigga.
Look.
I'm the last nigga to speak up for Gucci. Let's get this straight.
Me too.
I'm not a Gucci, but when it comes to that,
Baby.
Migos, baby, all that.
Look, this is what I'm thinking. Look, you taking it the wrong way. This is what I'm saying. I know good, bro. I played the Atlanta scene, bro. We was down in Atlanta. I went to high school in Atlanta. We was down there rapping, doing shows. We was down in them scenes before them niggas was even popping when they was coming up, right? I understand all this, right? He gave them a spot for them to rap at. He gave them a studio to rap at, right? They signed contract. Okay, you belong there. If you come up with a hit, I mean, you still belong over here. That's what it is. But I'm saying when Drake throw you a bone, when Drake throw you a bone, just like Meek, just like Meek threw Roddy Ricch a bone. Roddy Ricch is not signed with Drake. I mean with Meek Mill. He threw him a bone by playing his stuff on his Snap, on his Instagram. He played like, man, this young nigga hot, right? That's a bone. When Drake jumped on,
But I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. I don't know Roddy Ricch from Meek Mill.
Exactly.
I know Roddy Ricch from Nipsey.
Exactly.
Racks in the middle.
Exactly. That's
I
what
don't
was
know
gonna say.
him from that.
Just by Meek sharing his song and me doing a song with him, bro.
That showed me that you actually fucked with my music. I didn't pay for no feature from you.
I'm not going.
I didn't pay for shit. You went out your way.
I hear you.
No.
I'm any of y'all that agree with that. Don't know music. Roddy winning. Roddy winning because I don't know if Drake share my song.
I don't know if he
Let's
paid
compare it to if you do a song with me.
No, we're not comparing it. We're not comparing it.
It don't even make sense.
We're not comparing it.
One at a time. Go around.
Thing.
We're gonna kind of close the situation out. No, I'm sorry. We're gonna kind of close this one out, but before we do that, how you Kings feel like the direction, the evolution of music? You know what I'm saying? How y'all feel like that need to go? Basically, if y'all just if you know, you have no control over the music right now. If you can't even make it,
So
produce it, nothing like that. What do you feel like? Where do you feel like you want to see it go?
so
Died over there. Come
I like the style. I like the creativity. I'm all with all that. I don't shoot down no side like where people from. I like the different sounds. I like how people play with auto-tune. I like all that.
Okay.
So I like where it's going, but I like the fact that the underground, like the unsigned, they able to rap about more if they want positive or conscious. They can rap about it and use that sound, like that art, like they can make it sound dope. You know, you can make it sound like a Young Thug, but be rapping about some real shit. You know what I'm saying? So I like it. I like the art. It's just
feel like Gates. I feel like Gates do that. You saying like keeping the sound.
No, I'm
still kind of going with the
yeah. A lot of people do. I'm just saying the art
type of music though.
I just like the art. I like the art of it. I like how it's evolving. Now the words, a lot of times I don't agree with. Right?
Yeah.
But I'm saying that's giving a lot of conscious people the information that they need in order to get like as far as like when you study like people's styles, like I'm just saying use Young Thug, because Young Thug is he's an alien out here when it comes to like the sound of music. So I'm saying a conscious person can learn from him and take it and make something that's kind of that's more open to like it's more grasping.
I love music. I love where it's evolving to. Excuse me, I love it. I love it from the beginning because I've been there a minute. I'm blessed to be 50 in March if that happened. You know what I'm saying? But I'm grateful for where music came from like Denise Williams. That was like the silly of me to think that I know came through them eras.
So you
on into the temptation.
All different
Listen. I'm just saying though, like familiar with what this brother was saying, some of what he was saying, all y'all was saying. I don't think it's no wrong type of music right now because it's like, for me, you know, I done got into, you know, I done been into situations where you can only listen to country music for 3 months. Then it went to MTV for 3 months, and then it went to BET for 3 months, and then I got to learn to love, to respect country artists and rock and roll artists and everything, like music, period, Mexican, and I don't care who you is, Selena. So I learned to love music, you know what I mean? Like, and where it's going to is not my control. So it's like, even in biblical sense, it's like what you do, long as you praise, and I think our higher powers, whatever that you call that, I don't care what you call them, because I'm to the point where the name shit don't matter. Jesus got it, alive, the bullshit y'all call them, I got God. But you know what I'm saying? So music, period. I love where it's going because it's different, and it's a play. It's something for everybody. It's a medication. It's a healing. It's a happiness. It's a healing process for everybody. And I think that, you know, like I just like where it's going. Period. Like he was saying, like I can get to somebody using a Young Thug flow with something that's knowledge.
G's the coaches, I coach.
Hey, look, this how we do this though. One link, one chain. That's what this means. One link, one chain. You You know what I mean? When one link jump off the chain, come off the track. So this is what this means. It means one link, one chain, and when we all together, the train rolls smooth, and that's what the music do. Is what we talking about as the topic. So when we on one accord with the music, it's gonna roll smooth, and that's what we're trying to get back to. Family, essence,
family bond.